So, my good people, the moment that you've all been waiting for, Solo Leveling. How are we feeling about these first three episodes from your first impression to your current thoughts and opinions? Anybody can go first.
Nah, it's definitely fucking fire. They went from like the whole sacrifice scenes and all that. You're like, damn. They showed you how far they're willing to go with it, and how now they're gonna show death scenes and everything without over promising. I guess they didn't over promise something that it won't be like, but they did give you like a taste of it. That and the story they're showing up to now, it's super interesting. Just bases off like it by watching it alone.
And Glenn, aren't you glad that they didn't just show us his power up right away, like him transforming right away?
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have to watch episode 1 and 2 together. That's probably my only gripe
Mm-hmm.
with it, because I feel like they're the same episode.
Hmm. But why I don't necessarily agree, because in episode one it really showed half of episode one really showed a lot of his fears, and then he went into his Isagi mode and really started playmaking for the team. Or what do you think?
No, no, you right. No, you right.
Hmm.
I just feel like the first two work well together more as like a special than
Oh, you would have liked it as a special, most
yeah.
definitely. Most definitely. Bad, and then kick us off into this episode three. That's a fact.
Hmm.
What about you, Erica? How you feeling about these first three episodes?
Um, you know how I felt about the first few because I couldn't help but compare it a little bit to Arifueta.
Tell the people why.
Uh, in terms of the same dungeon style and being the lowest and just racking up points, trying to get up, it just felt as though that's the trajectory in which it's going because there's no other way to go about it. Um, so I was worried it was going to be a lot like Arifueta, and then this most recent episode made me happy because it's one of the few episodes that actually shows you someone's growth. He didn't just almost die in a dungeon and then miraculously wake up strong. So I was
That
like,
boy got to grind, or he gets punished.
yeah. So I'm like, I kind of like that they didn't just do that because I really thought that's what was going to happen, especially when he was doing the mana test or something. I was like, oh, please don't tell me they're making him an S level all of a sudden. So it was kind of nice to see that he didn't just like, you know, get this power up out of nowhere and they're actually making it see how it's going along. And I kind of like, I really am enjoying it just based on that because,
And they're not making him super smart right away, because a smart person wouldn't just put all of their attributes into power. They'll try to spread them around. You feel me?
I
That's why he's
disagree.
so. You don't see how he huffing and puffing in the dungeon. He huffing and puffing because he put all his shit in strength.
Yeah, but I get that though. But in the same vein, right? It's he was the smartest arguably in the dungeon to begin with. So to say that he's not all of a sudden smart is kind of out of nowhere because that was like a really hard moment for all of them and no one else would have figured that out. Even I no, I don't think any of us would have figured out what he figured out. So in terms of smarts, he definitely does have smarts.
Yeah, I'm getting it wrong. I don't think I'm saying he's not smart, but based on like his insecurities and how like his time has went as being a hunter, he just, you feel me? He let that get over him, and he put all of his things in strength. Because do you think him putting all of his things in strength is smart?
I You know what, I think because I'm watching Shangri-La Frontier, I have a different opinion of
Oh,
that because
brother.
even in I'm not gonna lie, because seriously, because Shangri-La Frontier, this the guy gets to choose what to put into his character, and he chooses what something one-sided, compromising something else because it plays to his strengths.
Hey,
So
that nigga levels up way faster.
what do you mean?
On Shangri-La Frontier, he be leveling up fast as hell.
Yeah, but the explanation is he's a gamer. He has a lot of battle experience, which goes to the same thing with this guy. Arguably, he doesn't have any battle experience. What is he supposed to know what to
That's why this fight that he
use?
just has feels so real. Like, he looked awkward fighting the goblins. You can literally feel him feeling himself. It gave me a vibe like when Spider Man was first learning his powers. I ain't gonna lie, I fucked with that. Shangri-La is moving too fast for me, but that's a different story. We'll talk about that later. But keep going. Well, how you feel?
Nah, I think I'm done.
Oh, nah. Okay, you broke down. Okay, you broke down how you like that he's not just getting his powers right away. Okay, you pretty dick. What about you, Jar Joe? How y'all feeling about these first three?
Um, Pretty much just echoing what everybody else has said. I really enjoyed it. I think it would have been cool if the first two were like a special, but I still enjoyed it regardless. I like how they didn't just piss me off and break the one rule that they gave the universe was once you're born with a mana level, you can't change it. Like I really was about to be pissed if they all of a sudden have him do an awakening and now his mana is through the roof because that's the one rule you gave us. So I like that it's just like
Oh, bad when they checked it in the hospital.
yeah, I was like, yeah, that should better say 10. Like, don't just break the one stipulation of the
They say he
universe is
basically a
we can't
human.
say he's a civilian. Like, this is really nothing. So I like that he's just like gaining abilities in other areas. I don't remember what all the options were. Like, I think there was five different ones. I don't know if they explicitly show what they were. Like, if it was like agility or
There
whatever.
was agility, yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what the other ones were though. I don't know if they like
It wasn't a full breakdown.
yeah, so I wish they just gave that because I'm wondering what the other options he had were. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense that he would put them all in the strength just because that was his biggest insecurities that he wasn't strong. But I'm hoping this first fight, he'll be like, all right, I'm bugging. Like, what's the point of being strong if you can't land a punch, you know? So hopefully he learns from his mistakes and can get it together. But it's a very cool concept. I'm really enjoying it and I will continue watching.
Sienna said, "I'm just wondering who that other person is on the title screen."
It's
Hmm.
either going to be the person who about to save his life right now, or somebody you gonna meet that's gonna be going on missions with him that has a similar setup. Like no mana, but we still out here.
Oh, in the background of the picture. That is true. We haven't met him. And y'all know what I'm hoping for though. I'm hoping that he's not a Sasuke type of nigga. Now we got another Yuji and my Megumi. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I'm so sick of that combination of friendships. The one happy-go-lucky friend, and then the I'm sad and emo. Like, come on, we gotta switch that up a little bit, please. But nah, most definitely. I threw myself out because Josh said something I wanted to respond to just now. I think it was how he has no mind in his power. Well, I can't really remember, but yeah. So what are y'all predictions for the shows? Those that haven't read it.
Well, I would say he gonna team up with that blonde girl.
Hmm.
She probably about to break records having him on like S missions with his 10 mana.
But are they gonna be ops, or we just gonna be fighting low level? What's it called?
No, S tier.
Or there is tears, yeah. So it definitely gotta. That's not screaming JJK to y'all, or am I just saying that because we just got done watching JJK?
I don't know. He already went into a dungeon fighting wolves, and then now he fighting goblins, things that he couldn't have even fought by himself. So going on an
Different
S
levels of
tier doesn't seem,
demons.
yeah, it
You
doesn't
can
seem far fetched.
Uh, that's the only flaw it has for me, honestly. I won't lie. I'm almost very, very sick of that. We're in the class, and we're in the class of elites, and we go out and fight demons of S tier beats. Like that's Naruto. That's all these anime and so on and so on. It's like, bro, it's different ways to break stories down, besides doing the we're demon hunters and fighting in different ranks. I still love it. I ain't complaining, but that's just a little thing for me. What about y'all? Y'all don't mind it?
Honestly, don't mind it because if I think back to it, like what else would they put out? I mean, for every cliche thing that comes out, there's different genres of anime that has come out just in this genre, and that's very, very exciting. So if that doesn't work for you, you could always find something. But like I feel as though, I mean, right now as far as stories go, there's not a way to go.
Is this some form of isekai or am I tripping? What would this show be classified as?
It's
I
a
don't know.
mix.
Like if like when he jumps into that other dimension, that's isekai, right? Or am I tripping?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, yes and no.
What would you say the mix would be called?
It's more of a fantasy show than anything else.
Hmm. Sienna says, I wonder if his quest might require him to have to take out an S rank on one of those political figures, or is it just going to be centered around? That's what I'm trying to say, Sienna. Like, what do we think is gonna be? You feel me? Besides Glenn, 'cause I know you read it. Like, are we gonna be
Oh, Glenn has
fighting?
read it? Of course he has.
I didn't even mind you. He hasn't told me, and I just know for a fact.
Do
That
you
was
think me uncultured? Do you
Oh,
think
Of
me,
course. Whatever,
someone who
whatever, dude.
doesn't pay attention to the good manhwa and manga of the world?
Whatever,
How
dude.
dare you? How dare you?
so what are we naming these first? What are we rating these first three episodes?
Oh, actually, wait. I was gonna say I feel as though the story is gonna go in a trajectory of trying to figure out a way to deal with the mana thing that is disturbing his mom. Because at the end of the day, that's his whole goal. I
Hmm.
mean, I
yeah.
think there's gonna be something that's going to they're gonna figure out something that he has to take out in order to bring his mom back or some shit like that. So I don't know. Either that or they're gonna surprise me and it's not gonna be what I totally think, which I'm enjoying seeing recently. But let's not forget his mom, which is I'm guessing is the whole reason why he's doing this.
I was gonna say something like that to Erica. Like, I think it's gonna go in the direction of him trying to like eliminate mana from the world or something like that. But then
Mm,
if down the line, but then there's humans who benefit and make profit off of mana in the dungeon, so they're gonna try to eliminate him. So he's gonna be like a free agent trying to go against the big hunter corporations, still trying to survive
mm,
with his, daily tasks and things like that. So I could see it
yeah,
going that kind of direction, which I'm excited about because it's kind of different than what we're used to. Like you were saying earlier, Dave. Like I'm over the whole school setting, pals coming together. Like I want a little more nuance and complexity in the plot line. So that would be cool if they go in that direction. And I also
yeah.
am happy because this is like a little more gory, a little more adult. So like let's really get into it. Like
Hmm. Lots of blood. They ripping and tearing them limbs right off. Buddy that thought he could speed his way out the door, and they took everything but his legs. That was funny of them guys to do that. Oh, you want to run? We taking everything